Alright, this is my final submission video. Here's my audience.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Okay. Let's set this down here. And then, yeah, every 2 minutes, just shake it a little. Okay. So, if anyone ever wondered what it was like in the year and month that you were born, what was going on?
No.
Because obviously, we didn't know what was going on at that time. So I thought this concept was very interesting, so I did some research on it. And I looked at what was going on in the year and month that I was born, which was February 1992. So anything sport related, we have Barry Bonds, who's a famous baseball player. He signed baseball's highest single-year contract of $4.7 million at the time. Compare that to now of Alex Rodriguez for the Yankees. He signs contracts for $33 million. So that just shows how much more money's been going into sports since then. The Olympics was going on at the time. The Australian swimmer Karen Perkins swam the world record in the 1500 meters freestyle with a time of 14 minutes and 32 seconds. In the 2012 Olympics, that record was broken by Sun Yang of China, who broke the record with a time of 14 minutes and 31 seconds. So there's a second difference in there. It just kind of outlines how technology has advanced in swimming with regards to swimwear and like how the training methods have changed just to make swimmers faster. Michael Johnson runs the world's indoor 400 meter record with a time of 44.97 seconds. The LA Lakers. Sorry, we seem to be having some technical difficulties with the background noise. The LA Lakers retire Magic Johnson's number 32 uniform. Tiger Woods, who was 16 at the time, becomes the youngest PGA golfer in 35 years. And there was a world record scoreline of Zimbabwe 4 to 312, and Sri Lanka with 7 to 313. And for those of you that don't know cricket, in the World Cup, you play 50 overs, and an over has 6 balls in it, and you bowl it like this, and it bounces, and then the batter's got to hit it. To get out, you're either caught out, or there's this thing called a wicket behind you, and if the ball hits that, then you're also out. And the idea is to get 10 people out within the 50 overs. So then you switch. So the team switch. So the batting team will now bowl, and the bowling team will now bat. Basically, Sri Lanka had to beat 312, which was already a lot of runs, and then somehow they managed to do that and got 313. So that's a really, really huge scoreline. Other miscellaneous events that happened. The music at the time, there were two songs that made it to number 1 in February. One of them was called "I'm Too Sexy" by Right Said Fred. Never heard of that. I'm not gonna say that song was written about me. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. And the other song was called "To Be With You" by Mr. Big. Gas prices were as low as 99 cents. Obviously, compare that to now. We're paying like almost $4. So, massive increase there. On the 7th of February, Mike Tyson testified to his rape trial. And then on the 10th of February, he was convicted of rape. So, that was easily a month to forget for Mr. Tyson. The 100th episode of Cops aired on Fox. And Barry Diller resigned as CEO of Fox. And then one major event that happened at the time was called the Khojaly Massacre. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but there was this war going on in Azerbaijan. And Khojaly is a little town in Azerbaijan, and it only had a population of about 6,300 people. And basically, the Armenian army blocked off all the southern roads to this little town, and eventually it just became isolated from the rest of the country. And it was isolated so much that just to get into the town safely, a helicopter was required. All the power lines and all the water supply and all the goods coming in were just completely cut off. And then on the night of February the 25th, in 1992, the Armenian army began their assault on Khojaly with the help of the Soviet Union. Basically, the town was just completely surrounded, except there was one little path where people could escape from, and so some of the people in the town were able to flee and get out. But the next day, journalists came upon this just gruesome scene of bloody bodies everywhere. A lot of people were killed, and they found residue around the gunshots, which suggests that a lot of people were killed at point blank range. Overall, 613 people were killed, which includes 106 women, 63 children, and 70 old people. Were all just killed in this war for no reason, basically. And then every year on February 26th, which is actually my birthday, the people of the surrounding countries and the people in Azerbaijan get together and commemorate those that were lost, and also try and help the refugees, the ones that escaped, because they're struggling right now. They still can't even get into their home this day. They have nowhere to live, and it's still hard for them. And I was kind of surprised to find that. That's it seemed like a legit war, and it seemed pretty deadly, and no one here knows about it, and I never knew about it. So yeah, these were the events that happened that was going on when I was born, and thank you for listening.